Hello, everybody. This is Carola. I'm a soul mender. I'm doing part 2 of my soul mending work, which I did part 1 already, which was quite nearly an hour. So today what we're doing is we're actually exploring numbers, the Pleiadians. I'm going to ask questions with my cards and answer some information that came out a few years ago from the Pleaides. And that's beautiful information. So we're just going to see where humanity is basically at with all the information. So that's next. And then we're going to, need to be right there. Is that better? Yeah, cool. Then we're just going to look at everything in perspective, basically, okay? So here we go. So welcome to this channel. So what I'm basically doing 1 to 7 parts of different kind of questions that a lot of spiritual people ask, or people on their journey and what they need to know. And I'm trying to hit base with a lot of things. Today we're going to talk a little bit more on the shadow side of what's going on in the world. And to start off, I'm just going to play a singing bowl. And what I want you to do before we start is I want everyone to ground themselves. So visualize growing roots on the bottom of your feet. Absorb this beautiful singing bowl. How beautiful. So this changes our energy. So I want you to visualize growing roots to the bottom of your feet. So this is the quick meditation, okay? All the way down to the crystalline layer. Wrap your roots right around it. Pull that beautiful energy up, all the way up through the earth, through your feet, through your body. Open your crown chakra. We're going all the way up through to the central sun. We wrap it around where Mother, Father, God resides, that beautiful energy. Right next to it is a beautiful golden strand. We're going to pull it down, all the way down through your crown chakra with the energy of the central sun, all the way down through your feet and down to the crystalline layer. Wrap it around, and all that energy comes back up, and you're totally balanced with the gold energy and the light energy. It is a beautiful energy flowing through you. Now take a really deep breath in and out. And let all the worries of the day go. Do it 3 times. Let it go. Do it again. And let it go. Relax your mind. Let all today's worries leave you. Now, once you visualize calling in your guides, ask your guides to step forward and give you messages that you need. Call in your soul essence, your higher self. Let it align. And if you have any questions to ask, just ask your guides or your higher self. They always have the answers that you need. Relax that beautiful energy. Feel the rhythm of your heart really deep. Feel the rhythm. It's a beautiful rhythm. Align yourself totally. You're totally connected. Just relax and breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to play the singing bowl. How beautiful. Now for today's little unhooking, visualize a beautiful violet flame around you. Call in Archangel Michael in front of you, Gabriel behind you, Metatron on your left, and Raphael on your right. Or whatever angels you may choose to want to work with. They're here to protect your energy. Then the beautiful violet flames, I want you to unhook all those hooks in your body and put them into the violet flame from all this chaos in the world. Just unhook it, ease your load, shove it all off your shoulders, let it go into the violet flame. All the hooks from work, from every part of your life, put it into the violet flame and let the violet flame absorb that energy. And all of a sudden the violet flame comes back and sends out a beautiful love vibration where all those hooks were in your body. It fills your body up with love, kindness, prosperity, and rebalances your energy. You're totally balanced and ready to take on the evening. Now visualize coming back into the room. Wiggle your fingers and feet and open your eyes. And now we can go into my readings. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Okay, we're going to start. First, I want to talk about numbers, okay? So I did some work on numbers earlier. So, which I just decided because I wanted to know where my soul mender numbers was for my business, and then I looked into prime numbers because someone told me, number 73 is it's a number that is very abundant. So I looked into that as well. So I did my whole name, my first name, second, and my middle name, and it came up to 73. And I also did my soul mender, which comes up to number 1. So even when I do 73 is a 1. And then I did my birth date, which came up to 21. I'm not giving it away. But anyway, what does 21 mean? The mirror. So today's conversation is about the looking glass, the mirror. How do we use it, and what is it basically about? And then I explain for some of the numbers what they sort of mean as well. So especially number 73. Number 73, it is a sign from the guardian angels that your ascendant masters, that your creative power have been activated. So it's actually a good number to work with. So it's also cardinal comes to 73, ordinal comes to the 73rd, and it's a factorization prime. Divisor is 173. Greek numeral is or. The Roman number is LXX111, and it also has a binary of 1001. 001, and reverse in the mirror, it's exactly the same. So that's why I was really drawn to do something. So I'll just read out how I did this. So it is the luckiest number, 73. In the mirror, it's 37 and 37, yes. So, and the 12th of the mirror is 21. Okay, so good source sign Devine. So they're 10011111. Okay, backs into that. So the prime 73 prime of 21 is the mirror. So that's what we want to talk about, the looking glass and mirror. Also, we've got 12 star signs in the zodiac, which 21 backwards is 12. So if you can see in a mirror, 21 is 12. So basically we're doing like we do shadow work basically. So it's a really interesting number. So so I read something about this in astronomy. The Messier object M73 magnitudes 90 open cluster in constellation Aquarius in the cluster. So number 73 M magnitudes in the cluster, which is in the constellation Aquarius. And I thought, wow, we're in the age of Aquarius. So that makes must be a really lucky number. So the new journal catalogue object NGC 73, a barrel spiral galaxy in the constellation Cetus. So number 73 has a lot of things happening for it, I guess. So I do a little bit of numerology. So to do numbers was quite exciting. I haven't done numerology in years, actually. So now this is about a space shuttle that blew up, right? 0.73 is the number of seconds it took for the space shuttle Challenger OV999 to explode, which is not very nice, but it did happen. So, and 73 is also divine love and protection. So I just thought I'd share that with the numbers. I think it's quite beautiful. So, you know, to do your own numbers is great. There's some awesome books out, like you can do some numerology numbers, you know, and do your birth charts and stuff like that. It's really good to know your numbers, what your birthday adds up to and stuff like that, because your numbers really have so much important information sometimes that we don't even realize, because everything's vibration, numbers, codes and stuff like that. So doing a little bit of numerology is quite interesting, actually. So if you ever get a chance, get yourself a numerology book, or you can Google it on Google, what ABC, you know, what the numbers are all. They start A from 1, 2, 3, and goes down the alphabet like that. So up, and then goes to 9, and then it goes back to 1, 2, 3, basically. Okay, so it's a really interesting concept here. For me, it really looked into the mirror. So we're going into the mirror, the looking glass. So the looking glass, if you ever look in a mirror, it has your reflection in it. So your reflection tells you basically, is it better? Yeah, okay. So the reflection basically tells you a lot about yourself. So do you have self-love? Do you love yourself? Do you use it as a looking glass? So a mirror can also foretell a lot of the future. So in the old days, a lot of people that did mediumship actually sat in front of a mirror. Sometimes it was blacked out, but mirror has very dimensional energy, actually, which is quite interesting. So the looking glass of the future, it used to be like a black mirror, basically, and they used to scry in it to see the future. And it is quite interesting. It's still used today, of course. So I'm just letting you know a little bit of the history of the mirror. But we also have a really big looking glass, like a lot of outer worlders, like the Pleaides and other beings have a looking glass, and a lot of them look like a mirror. Some don't, but mainly it's a mirror so that you can see through. It's like, you know, when you've got a crystal ball, you scry through glass, like the crystal. But you can foresee the future if you're really tuned in and really learn that gift. So it is an interesting concept. So in the looking glass, so we're going to ask basically what's coming ahead. So there's a lot of information out there, and a lot of things are crumbling in the moment. We should actually embrace it. So I'm just going to share a Pleiades drawing. So there's a spaceship coming down. There's an energy center here. There's another beam here. There's a lot of gold energy here. This is one of my artworks I did. So I quite like it. So, and I was going to show you about the matrix. So from my last video. So this is part of the matrix, but it's warped, like the timelines are really warped in a moment. And The matrix is actually white, not red, but I'll just draw it in red. Today's energy, we're going to do very much an earth energy, because we have the key for everything now, because we have the shift here, and light language coming down. Okay, so we're going to basically work on that. And my favorite is this energy, being in your own power, using the vortex dimensional timeline energies. There's a couple of spaceships coming out of the central sun. Okay, so, and the power that is coming out of here, this is like a magician energy, but it's also to teach healing, how you can go into a dimension and pull out energy. So you open up and then you pull out energy and you start healing. So that's why I draw that card. So just to let you know. So now we're going to go into asking questions. So I have many questions here. I'm going to tick them off as we go. Okay, so, and then we'll do some shadow readings on it as well. I've got 2 cards on there. So actually I might do that. All right, so one's blue, that's a shadow, and one's light. These are by the Light and Shadow Tarot. Okay, they're by John Matthews and Andre Estee. And we're going to begin here. I've got to really... Okay. So this is saying, I have never heard mentioned that of any God that can make people sleep nor to awake. All right. So basically, sleeping and awakening is your choice, and it's quite interesting, which is quite true. So I'm going to have a look now at, I might put this down, see if you can get the cards. All right. So we're going to ask, pretty messy here. Let me pull this cloth forward. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to ask, is the dawn of signs upon us? So we're going to ask the shadow, and then we're going to ask the light. So let's go the light ones first. The light is the dawn of signs. And then we do the shadow side of the dawn of signs, what it's given us. It's not given us very good information sometimes, is it? All right, see if you can see the cards. I'll do this for this reading, then I'll pull it back up, okay? So is the dawn of signs upon us? So we've got 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands, sorry. The Knight of Wands, yes, it's riding in very fast. It's getting grounded in. We have a lot of world help because we've got the Star here. Oh, I can't even see the cards. I apologise. Okay. Maybe I should just hold the cards up. It might be easier. All right, I'll just pull 5 cards, okay? Sorry about that. Then we have the Tower. And the Page of Cups, so new signs is coming in. Okay, there's new ideas given. So there's a lot of seven wands. Okay, the Knight. Then the Tower is crashing it all, with the help without being, Pleaides and all that, other being, just with a little bit of help, because we do everything. Now, what's the shadow side of this? The shadow side of the dawn, because it's crashing, you see, but there's new energies coming in, so new science is coming in, is, yes, I'm right, the cups say it is. Okay. The King of Swords, it has 2 swords holding, then we've got the Queen. So it has been very unbalanced in the past. The High Priestess, so a lot of the signs has been used for, because we're doing the shadow side as well, and then we have another Queen of Swords, is to manipulate the womb. It has been there's been a lot of lies around signs. So what's coming in, because the old ways are crumbling now as well. So it's quite interesting. So the shadow cards look like this. Okay, so got them, and then we got these two. Okay, so yes, it's quite interesting. So it needs to, it's having a good shake up. So our signs that has been hijacked is getting a big shake up for the better. Okay, the news coming in, and it actually with a lot of help from other places. Okay, so it's quite interesting. It has been used for very, very not nice things. It's been very manipulated and it's very one-sided. So as we know, we weren't allowed to question the signs and nothing of it made sense. So we're coming out of that now because it's crumbling. It's been exposed, and it's really important that it's actually got exposed, because it has done a lot of damage on here in humanity. But it is for us to wake up that is actually going that way, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so that's quite interesting to know. All right. That was a shadow reading as well. That's how the shadow cards work. It's quite good. When you buy this deck, it comes with two decks in it. One's a shadow deck and one's that. So my next question is, will the dawn of signs stop being manipulated by righteous madmen? All right. So we already know it's changing by the shadow cards. So, and okay, will the dawn of signs stop being manipulated by righteous madmen? There's new people writing in, and yes, the A says yes, it will. Is there a timeline? Can Spirit give me a timeline? I tune into the Pleiadian energy. Can you, a timeline? Interesting. I've got the Hermit. Interesting information is coming through. We got help from other places. The old signs, the back has been turned on it. So something's getting turned off. In the horizon. Then we have the star. We actually have a lot of help on Earth in the moment to do this. I'm quite impressed, actually. Wow. So I don't know the timeline, so I'm going to see if I can get any. Can you please give me a timeline if possible? Sometimes they don't want us to know. So when justice is served. So there's a lot of things going to justice now, okay? Wow, that's incredible. And then a bit grounded in. Okay, how beautiful. And it's coming to an end, 10th October. There's a lot of things still happening here in March. So everything's getting exposed. But to keep the process going, something about, like we got October month there. And then all this, a new calorie writes in. And the hyphen is there as well. That's quite amazing, actually. Wow. I like that. So there's new teaching coming, okay? So there's quite amazing, actually. Like there's new energy writing in. Yeah, it's definitely on the cards. So all the horrible signs they've pushed up on us lately, it's poof, it's going to go. All right. It's getting challenged as we speak. Good. All right. Now we're going to talk about a little bit the war itself, which has prey and predators. Will it come to a balance? Okay. So we're going to ask that. Will it come to a balance? Like peace talks, you know, the prey. So Will the war itself to balance? Yeah, it's not far away. It's, see the boat? All right. Yes, it's coming to an end. Okay. What was the purpose of this war? Which needs to come to balance. What was the purpose? The King of Cups, which is here. We're going into purpose now. The King of Wands. And we've got the 3. So in March, there's more truth coming out in March about it. So I'm not going to say what the truth is because it's up to people to understand it. So there's 2 kings here in work, and there's boats leaving there as well. So there's some truth coming out. Some of the truth bombs actually got dropped on a lot of channels. So if you're really aware of what's going on, and there's new energy coming in towards it, okay? So, yes, there's going to be a big change in how we view that, okay? And it's not a long war either, I don't feel. So, okay, beautiful, I've done that one. So this is a really interesting question. So people might not resonate with it, but I threw it in. It's been thrown in anyway. So will humans wake up that war is a game for masters and slaves? So this is how outer worlders view us, okay? So this is where this has come from, okay? So we must be a TV show for them up there or something. No, I'm just kidding. It's a beautiful helpers here, okay? But as you know, there have been many wars in the universe, so it's quite interesting. Okay, will humans wake up to the war games of mastery and slaves? Oh, yes, we got the Lovers, the yes card. It's very mentally draining. It's really upsetting a lot of how we view it now than we did 20, 30 years ago. So it's very mentally draining. And another beautiful yes. We don't want our young generation to go down that road, because this is 2 pages, okay? So unity, it's all about unity. Yes. Oh, it's all about the young people. Wow. It makes everyone feel really tied up. It doesn't matter whether we earn it or not. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of people because we're seeing things we don't want to see anymore. We've had enough. And the new lesson is getting taught with the hyper, okay? So that's quite interesting. So it's yes, 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 yes. How exciting. Okay. All right, so when is energy where the energy needs to be balanced? So basically is when the energy of where we've been so negative into everything that was done on Earth through humanity. We've gone through every cycle and the moment of the worst, and as you know, with the years of Aquarius, it's a very a mothering energy is coming back to Earth, nurturing and stuff like that. So with man, they're like controlling everything. So with that, once we start nurturing, and again the energy changes. So it's basically the feminine stepping back into the power of the feminine and balance the male energy out, basically into more harmony, because the males are tired as well and exhausted. And I think it's a good time that actually need this balancing as well, and that they can rest to move forward as well. So I always find that it is really important, okay? So not to leave anyone out, okay? So is balancing the negative and positive energy far away of balancing? So we have a look. It's getting better, like yeah, the old energies are leaving. So we have that card again. It's quite lovely, actually. Look, this is, yes, our family time. It's the end of the old era, the new. So as it crumbles, everything takes time to rebuild. So we're in a 10-year cycle, and because the Mayan year finished at 2012, I always wondered if the next, like we go to 2012, then like we're in 2022, is this the new cycle of the beginning? Because the 2 years, let's do 12, 22, let's add it like that, is because I believe there's some truth to this. So as we're crumbling in a moment and the world is so chaotic, it's so important to protect your energy and to rebalance, to meditate, to get yourself grounded and stay grounded, and to learn not to jump to conclusion, assume, or to jump into defense mode. If someone says something, that's okay. Analyze what actually was said, and then have your answer to it. Basically, that's what I believe, is we seem to be attacking straight away when something's posted, or we're really righteousness about having an answer and a smart comment for something. But we also need to rebalance our energy and realize that we're doing that as well. We know that the wrong is going on, but the truth is coming out. So how you react to the truth is a really, really important conclusion in all this. So let's make the right decisions for ourselves to keep a calmer mind and body and spirit, basically, okay? And that's called rebalancing. And I think everyone needs to learn that again and just rebalance themselves. So many light workers are doing their work. So many people are out there doing a beautiful job and doing all this. Look, the lovers are here of rebalancing. How beautiful is that? We've got the 5 of Cups. We're really walking away from all this horrible negative energy the media is sending out. So it is protecting yourself from that crap. I get so many posts sometimes, they're so negative. And then people start, oh my God, look at this. And I go, look, the truth bombs are going to come out and they're going to hurt and they're going to do things, right? But it doesn't really matter, because in the long run is how we perceive all this stuff is how we look into our future. So just with that being said, so just visualize it like this, all right? So all this negativity is getting thrown at you, right? And you're an empathist. How do you shut off your energy from it, okay? Unhooking is a really good way, like the meditation we started with. Are we going to allow the energy to attack us? Are we going to get really involved in it? Or do we do a step, understand what's been said, and then maybe we should start sending that energy more positive vibes, positive love, instead of being attacking to it? Because once we start attacking it, we're not changing our consciousness. So I think it's a really good lesson for us in the moment to step out of, look, the world is in chaos. Everything is in chaos. How you're reacting to it makes a difference. That's the best way to explain it, basically. All right, I'm going to pull one more card. Oh, look, it's a pentacle tree. It's a 5. So the old system is definitely crashing. And the Tower energy is really, so you're going to get so many truth bombs in a moment. So it is so important that you stand in your energy and that you really, really stay positive, okay? It's a bit of a mental overload, basically, otherwise, because everything's getting stepped away from, and then the 10 of Wands is here. So the endings are all here, okay? And with endings, there come beginnings, and then comes rebuilding, okay? So it's, look, it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to put a wand out there. Oh, it's all so magic and beautiful. It's not. We have to do our work to finish all this off, basically. And it's going to be a lot of work, but it'd be well worth it in the end. So we as humans agreed for this to play out, basically, the suppressed energy, okay, the suppression that we put on it. So as I on the information is, so long time ago, long time ago, right, we had beautiful golden age or golden cities, what you ever want to call it. We had that here on Earth, and when that got hit by this dark media, is it brought dark energies to Earth, suppressed energies, and this energy came from Orion, and they're battling that out there in the moment. I'm not sure if it's finished. I'll ask Kristen on it. So it's a karma from the planet Orion. So I'm going to ask, is the karma from the planet Orion finished here on Earth? So that is a really good question. Okay, let's go to it. Oh, yes, the Wheel of Fortune's here. Oh, my God, that's so exciting. Wow, that is really amazing. Cool. And then the feminine energy stepping back in. And the Pentacles again. It's so the old energy is crashing really strongly. Oh, it's tied up. And here comes the newcomer. So basically, the old energy is crashing. Even that karma is crashing. So we're getting untied from this karma, basically. The new energy is stepping in, where everyone will have enough. But just remember, it takes time for that to unfold, okay? So basically, we're actually walking away from the dark energies. We've been tied up too long. And that brings in the new energy. And then we have this beautiful feminine 9 Pentacles energy that fills everyone's cup. So feels, oh, wow, that's really amazing. So talking about the Orion energy, so the Orion energy was really, really dark. And what it brought with it was underground tunnels. And a lot of people on this earth plane wouldn't even know what went on in the underground tunnels. So there's a lot of wake-up people that do know. And it's very, very confronting, actually, because not even if you time traveled in there, or if you did the remote viewing and saw, it'd be a shock to your system how horrible and awful it was down there. So for us, that energy has shifted off Earth and it's finished. Okay, it crumbled. Now it's rebuilding. Okay, and then we still have on Earth, you see a lot of things happening where the truth bombs come out now. So I won't go into names or anything like that, but I just want you to visualize is when you see the media reporting stuff, not everything is always as it seems. So you need to go into your intuition and say, is that actually true or is it the untruth? So that's for you to decide. I'm not here to make your decisions for you. I'm not here to tell you what you should believe in and what you should not believe in. All I'm saying is our karmic journey's over with that planet. How good is that? And this is where a lot of that darkness came from, okay? So it is quite interesting. So I'm just awesome. So the other stuff is people always think everything's going to get fixed within 1 or 2 years. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't, okay? Because we're in cycles, and it might take up to quite a while before all that, because everything that crashes needs time to rebuild. But because our cycle of karma is finished, it will rebuild a lot quicker. So we don't have to wait those 400 years for it to be achieved again. So it's coming in quicker. That's what I'm saying. So I believe by 2030 and 32, I believe by then a lot of that stuff will already be shining. So because out of world there's no time, we just have time on earth. So I'm just giving roughly a timeline. And I also believe by the economy will be around 2024 to 28 will fall in its place, right? So it's not that far off. So, but it will take time to establish all that. It's in the background. Yes, I understand all that but bit by bit it needs to come through, you see, and for people to always have enough food and somewhere to live, all that needs time to rebuild. So basically they need to build housing in all those bombed areas. They need to rebuild people's trust. We need to rebuild confidence in everything, confidence in the system, which has been totally raped and been hijacked by really darker negativity. So that all needs to be re-cleansed. And to rebuild a human's trust, it takes quite a while, because you always have suspicion of all the things that we don't believe in at this moment, because we can see all that. So it all will come. So it'll be a beautiful new future. Is it all about? So I'm gonna ask some more questions. So I just want to explain with evil. Evil is a form of consciousness as well, even that it came from Orion. So when the earth got blasted with these darker energies, because our suspicion and not trusting, us wanting to be superior to the like a superstar or a movie star or something. So we wanted to be superior over someone else, like the government wants to be superior, wants to tell you what to do. And just things like that it's very ego based, and to cleanse and heal that ego, we must do the work. So we must really connect to our ego and love our ego for what, and embrace it and let it join us in on the journey, not overtake our mind and thinking. It has to rebalance itself within us. You don't throw your ego out, because an ego has its purpose. Otherwise, you wouldn't be born with it. Okay, so we must balance that ego back out. So it's about the superior. Do we really need to be so superior? Do we need to be domineering and or should we become more equal? Because everyone is equal. No one's better than anyone else. That's just an illusion. So there's a lot of work to do on this earth. Since this karmic pattern is leaving us, so in the future, what I've seen and in a lot of channelings I have done is equality. The karmic debt is being paid. So every human can release their karmic debt and become back into balance with oneself, to learn to love themselves and honor themselves and love their neighbor. Even in Christ energy is love their neighbor. What did he come to earth for? To waste his time? No, he came here a little bit too early when we were not ready to receive the worthiness of love. it doesn't make sense. So we have to really embrace our goddess and God within us, because we are the image of God. It's just Earth had so many karmic lessons to learn once this righteousness started. So it's a good time to separate us from it. So it's really, really important. So in the future, what I always saw was we always that the economy will become equality, that computers, robots will do your chores and cleaning, so you will have more time to do the things that you actually love within yourself, you know. Our star system is like it's a lie, you know, it's so lion. So we have so much work to do. I want to talk about the golden age. So, and a lot of futurists that people talked about, and channelers and people that saw into the future. Like I remember many years ago, I was pretty young still. I never knew what it meant. I always saw a crumbling of America. To me, it was more the ego of America, I think. So basically, people had to find righteousness, not like let go of the righteousness and start sharing. So I saw a big crumbling of that, and then when it rebuilt, it was in a total different point of view for the future. So it is going through that transition in a moment. So, but the whole world has to align with this transition. You know, when I look at what's going on in certain countries, you know, like in the future it was said that Russia would be the biggest trading partner in the world. You may think, oh, not Russia. Russia's this, Russia's that. No, Russia is actually also cleansing its karma. So is the Ukraine. So one way or the other, they need cleansing. You know, Russia's showing they're not going to be bullied, which I find, like when you saw those sanctions, you know, are they really hurting that many people? Is it the truth? Do you know? We're not in there, so I can't tell you whether they are or not. But to me, a war is always the last resort now. I don't think there's no need for it unless there was agendas behind it. So in this world, everything is about boys, toys, and agendas and righteousness and who's, you know. So if you really have a look at all those wars, that's what it goes back to. But because we're cleansing all this karma, so I don't feel it's going to last that long. Like it might finish really quick or by October. I just know it's not going to linger on. Okay, there's something coming. Even my energy feels that when I close my eyes. And then in the futurist books that some people wrote, is there was also the golden city was going to be Germany. Germany has very good scientists. So what that actually means is in this world to come is we're going to have overlookers, and it's quite like everything takes time to settle in. Like we have changes in 2027, we have changes now. So everything evolves as we go along to higher consciousness. It's not just going to be here tomorrow or the next year. It will take time to settle in within each one of us, because it depends where your soul's journey is at, because there's no wrong or right way how you move forward in this. So moving into the fourth dimension and the fifth dimension, and you know, if some people move higher, is your energy be so totally different, and then they go into more energy, basically. Like when you do work with angels, okay, people have these beautiful pictures of angels and faces. Well, to be honest, angels actually don't look like that, okay? So angels are an energy, okay? So many years ago, when Archangel Michael came to me, they acknowledged who they were and they gave me a mission. So my mission was to align my soul essence, and he brought me souls. So my business was called Soul Mender from then onwards, right? That's why my business is called Soul Mender. And even for me to do live shows like this, it takes courage and a lot of time and what message do we need to give to humanity? So here I am, I'm doing soul mending, I'm giving people information that can take it or leave it. Hopefully they grow from it, hopefully they work on their heart space and their self-worth, their self-love but as a soul God, this is your journey now. So I surrender to my journey and I accept my journey to help other people move forward in consciousness. And I'm very privileged to do that. I'm blessed and I feel really grateful that I can do that. So every one of you has a mission here. If you think it's really small, nothing is really small. Everything that comes from your heart space comes from love. And it's a beautiful vibration and a beautiful way of moving forward in life. So I find that really, really important. Okay. So if you get what I mean. So there's reasons why we have we call our businesses something. I never had the urge to change my name like a lot of readers do. I just never had that urge. I've kept my name. I'm quite proud of my name. I'm quite proud of the journey I have, and tell me I've had a pretty rough journey, and look at me. It changed. It made me for who I am. Okay, it made me strong. It made me believe in myself. It made me stand in my power, and it made me step forward and do my work that I surrendered to do on the spiritual realm, like doing this. I can channel. I've always seen spirits. I started working with the Pleaides quite a long time ago. I learned how to unlock stargates, draw stargates, learn a technique which was sent to me called unhooking, which is quicker than knotting things up, and it's on a soul level, so you have to do it in a love level. And when people to release certain karmas of theirs or past and unhook themselves from other souls, that's what I do. It's all about a healing technique that we all have if you unlock it. So it is something from my past that I brought into the now. I know that, okay, because since I was very young, I always had healing hands, and I know I could take headaches away and things like that because I did it many times when I was younger, and it's a beautiful thing. So, and everyone has healing hands if they choose to use them, and it's just connecting and understanding. So a lot of people are new on this journey. So we have to have patience and basically teach them what they've forgotten and remind them of what they have forgotten. And it's really important. So anyway, back to the and this is where mirror works comes in. So when you do mirror work, time looking, how do you you can visualize yourself in a mirror in the future. Imagine you're young and you're pregnant and you look in the mirror and how your belly grows, and you look in the mirror and you can visualize that beautiful life growing inside you. And when it's ready, you look in the mirror into the future already. So mirrors are very important in that respect, because you can see part of you that is there. So you see a reflection of yourself. You can call it your mirror self and understand it. It's an interesting journey. Don't brush off a mirror because it's very important. Okay, and you can do lots with it. So yeah. The other thing I wanted to say about the numbers is, did you know there were 73 Bible versions? I wrote it down somewhere. I can't find it. No, I can't see it. Oh, never mind. I'll have to have a look again. Anyway, so the number 73, because my name comes to 73, and the mirror is 37, so it's important. That number is important to me. But when I researched number 73, it was actually a very lucky number, and then it's a God source sign of Devine, so which is really interesting. So there's a lot to numbers. So when you do your own numbers, research them and have a look what they actually mean, and it gives you a lot of answers. So I've looked at most of the questions of questions I wanted to ask about humanity, and talked about the golden age. As humans, this is another question I have for humanity is, so if we go to this beautiful karma energy of peace, love, instead of being in drama and chaos all the time, are you going to get bored with it? Are you going to restart chaos? So this is a really good question to think about. So I'm going to just ask on the human, so I'll do a reading for the humans. Will humans be content with no drama and having just enough having enough for everyone, housing, food, love, companionship, and being themselves? Is that enough for a human being? It's a good question. So the balance is still happening because I got the Chariot here. Okay, so it needs to be a really balanced energy. It's quite interesting. So, and then you're still sitting on that answer. Okay, it's got the Four of Pentacles. And then grounding it in with a 7. The Emperor, it's a new learning. So basically I'll pull one more, and you have the world at your feet. Yes, humans can do that. So basically what that means is if we evolve enough to come into this beautiful energy and really embrace peace, love, kindness, sharing, bartering, that everyone has enough food, that there will be, that you can enjoy your time with other people by having machines do your cleaning for you. If you know what I mean, there'll be no one better than the other. And there'll be, like on other planets, like they got councils to oversee things instead of dictating to people. They will be overseeing things basically, like in the universe and a lot of the planets we have overseers, and then we have the ships that are watching all the like they have different things to oversee, and the councils, and they have the ships everywhere to make sure that the overseers, there's no, corruption in the energy and stuff like that. So that's kind of interesting. It doesn't mean every planet in the universe is like that, but there's a lot like that. And I do know that there's some still fighting for evolving as well. It's just like everywhere, I guess, So I think I've done enough today. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with what we achieved. So with that said, I'm just going to do a quick rose reading to the beautiful energy humanity needs. And okay, what beautiful message has Spirit got for us beautiful human beings to move forward? Okay. So we have got the return, a new story. You decide, alignment is coming together. How beautiful is that? So see, if you start balancing, how beautiful. And then we have got the sun, joy and enjoyment, life for success, vitality, play. So we must have fun again as well, okay? Enjoy who we are. We have to start living our lives, not to listen on everything. The wild rose. So do it your way. Embrace your uniqueness. How beautiful. Start living your life. And after the rain comes the rainbow, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, and acceptance. So basically, we really have to start accepting who we are. We have to be kinder. And we have to really understand, if we're around toxic things all the time, we absorb some of the energy. So keep your energy clean. Do your cleansing. If you sage, whatever your cleansing may be, there's no, if you use aromatherapy crystals, but always remember to cleanse yourself, cleanse your energy, especially at the moment where everything's so chaotic. Think good, don't worry about all the stuff that might go wrong. Worry about what can actually go right for once. If that crumbles, we have to find the right way to fix it. Have a look at the different, instead of looking at it a negative buff side, look at it at a really nice, positive way. Okay, that's crumbling. We need to fix that. Instead of, oh my God, they did this and did that. Yes, we can get rid of that what didn't work. We can get rid of hold people accountable for what they've done, and it's really important as well. But we need to shift our energy, how we think about it as well. So, just because sometimes we are wronged, it's okay to be angry, but don't stay in your anger. Rise above it, basically. That's what I'm saying. So it's a beautiful journey ahead, and just be humble, be kind, be just a beautiful human being. It doesn't take much to be kind. So with that said, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful afternoon or evening. It's evening here. So wherever you are in the world, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. And I hope it really, really grows. And I hope you get whatever you want out of it. And I do take questions. I'm on Facebook as well. I do live readings on Facebook quite often. So with that said, I will post this on Facebook as well. So thank you. Bye-bye.